Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cikgu Darrel, and today we shall continue on Module 2 My Week project. For your information, this will be your second last lesson for the current topic. So for today, I'm not going to focus too much on grammatical items as well as new vocabulary for our lesson today. However, I am going to focus on how are we going to carry out an interview, collect information, and transfer the information into a bar chart for presentation after that. This picture, I grabbed it from your student's book, page 21. Through this picture, I'm going to explain to you about the procedures that we are going to do for our lesson today. First and foremost, we are going to interview our friends through WhatsApp because currently we are all under MCO, so it's impossible for us to go and meet our friends and interview them face to face. So through WhatsApp, we are going to ask our friends what their favorite subject is. And after you have already interviewed your friends through WhatsApp, you can write the information that you have collected from the interview in a table, or in BM, we call it as jadwal in case you misunderstand the meaning of table. And last but not least, from the table that you have already tabulated your information, there we transfer the information again to a bar chart so that it will be easier for us to present the information. Therefore, I'm going to explain to you step by step, even in more detail. First and foremost, like what I mentioned earlier, we have to interview our friends on their favorite subject. Here, assume that I am also one of your classmates, I am also one of the students, and I am not your teacher. So I assume myself I have already interviewed all of you. Hence, this is the information that I have collected and I put them into a table like this. There are two columns, one column for subject and one column for number of students. Bear in mind, we only need to ask our classmate once. One student can only state one favorite subject. Here, I'm going to use green ticks to represent the number of students who is interested in any of these subjects. One green tick represents one student. Let's see how many students like art. There is only one. And music, we have two. For maths, we have one. Science, we also have one. Social studies, we have two. And for PE, we have three ticks. So after you have completed all this information into a table, then only we transfer them into a bar chart. And how are we going to draw a bar chart? First and foremost, we have to create first a y-axis, which is the number of students, as well as the x-axis, which is the subject. And after we have come up with these two axes, only then we refer back to the table that we have filled in the information just now. Which column refers to number of students? It's the second column, which is the ticks. And the y-axis refer to the left column, which is the type of subject. May I know how many students are there in total? So you will have to count the number of ticks. One green tick represents one student. So here there are 10 ticks. So means that there are 10 students in total. At the same time, it also means that the maximum students in this class is only 10. Therefore, our indicators on the y-axis should have a maximum of 10 indicators. And after that, for our y-axis, we have to label the name of the subjects. There are art, music, maths, science, social studies, and PE or physical education. So after you are done with labeling the x-axis and also the y-axis, only then we start to put in information. Let's look at art. How many students are there who are interested in art? There is only one. So means that the bar chart should only go up until 1. How about for music? There are 2 students, so the bar chart should go up to 2. For maths and science, there's only one, so both maths and science are in the equal height. For social studies, there are 2 students, so it should be at the same height with music. And last but not least, PE has 3 students who are interested with the subject, so PE should be the highest of all. Hence, it should be drawn up to number 3. From the bar chart, what can we actually conclude? When we want to conclude, we can always ask ourselves questions. For example, how many students like art? This time we cannot answer 1, but we have to answer in a complete sentence. So there is 1 student. How many students like music? There are 2 students. How many students like maths? There is 1 student. How many students like science? There is also 1 student. How many students like social studies? There are 2 students. And how many students like PE? There are 3 students. Actually, there is another simpler way for you to conclude. For example, you can actually state which subject has the lowest students who are interested in them, and also which subject has the highest students who are interested with the subject. But here, I'm using questions to ask one by one on the numbers of students who are interested with the subjects. This is because I fully adapted this from the workbook, which will be also tested in your Google Form exercise later. And now I'm going to show you an example of task that you are going to do on your Google Form later. So in this task, Christine is talking about students in her class have to do at home. Then you will have to listen to the audio text and complete the following bar chart. The choices of answers are already given for you, so you will only need to listen to the audio and choose 4 out of 5 answers from here. Bear in mind that there is only one extra job that you do not need to use in the bar chart. After that, you have to key in the correct answer based on what you listen from the audio. There are only 4 columns here for you to key in your answer. Hence, like what I mentioned earlier, there is one extra job that you do not need to use. I'm not going to reveal the answer to you here, but you are going to listen to the audio text, and after that, you are going to answer this in the Google Form exercise. Is that okay for you? If so, without further ado, let's start listening to the audio text.
Module 2. Workbook. Project. 1. Christine is talking about what students in her class have to do at home. Listen and complete. There is one extra job that you do not need to use. 1. So, Christine, what do students in our class have to do at home?
Well, a lot of students have to make their beds.
That's good. How many students make their beds every day?
10. 10 students make their beds every day.
2. Do you make your bed every day, Christine?
Not really. But I clean my room.
Do other students clean their rooms too?
Yes, 8 students have to clean their rooms at home.
8 students? That's not too bad. 3. What else do students have to do at home? Do they help with the cooking?
Not many students cook. Actually, only 2 students in our class help with the cooking.
Only 2? I don't like cooking either, but I have to cook. 4. Do any students have to set the table at home?
I don't know, Mrs. Brown, but some students clear the table after dinner.
Really? How many students have to clear the table?
4 students.
Just 4? That's not many.
That is the end of the audio text. If you want to listen again, feel free to rewind the video to listen to the audio text again. I'm not going to reveal the answer here. If I reveal the answer here, it's going to be very easy for you to answer all the Google Form exercise. So our lesson is only until here today, and as usual, this is the link to your Google Form exercise. You can just go to the video description below and click on the link to do the exercise straight away. And if you're a teacher and you would like to make a copy of this Google Form exercise, I have also uploaded an alternate link for you to make a copy for your students to do the exercise. And also, don't forget to visit my Facebook page Cikgu Darrel and give it a like if possible, as well as subscribe my YouTube channel. Don't forget to press the bell right beside the subscribe button so that you will always get notified with the first-hand video every time I update my playlist. With that, I would like to thank you for watching, and I shall see you at the next video. Bye!